ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति शांति शांति. One small thing I forgot. That is putting the speaker on for the recordings. So where had we stopped last time?
Swamiji, number 15.
Yeah.
15 sloka. Second canto, 15.
Yes. So we saw last time that 15th verse we saw last time, right? Or we have to see? Oh,
No, we have seen 15. We have
finished 15.
Yeah.
We have done, we have to do 16.
Yeah, we have done 15. That he said, Sangrahena Bravishyami. In brief, I'll tell you what the whole Veda talks about, what all tapas is meant for, all that. In brief, I will tell you what it is. And he said, Om Ityetat. It is Omkara. And we saw how Omkara, Auma becomes a name for Ishvara, because that's all names are Ishvara's names. All names are nothing but sounds. All sounds are made between the gullet and the lips. Therefore, that representation of Om covers all names. And the silence from where the Om comes and the silence into which it is resolved becomes Nirgunam Brahma. So, Sagunam, Nirgunam, both covered by the word Omkara. Okay. After that, okay. Then he is talking again, finally, more about Omkara. Etadhyevaksharam Brahma, etadhyevaksharam Param, etadhyevaksharam Nyatva, yo yadichyati tasya tat. Etadhi eva aksharam Brahma. This Omkara is Aksharam Brahma. In the translation, you will find in the bracket inferior mentioned. That is the translator's problem, not the Upanishadic statement. Okay? That's the translator's problem. Upanishad does not talk about inferior or superior. This is all conceptualization on the Upanishad by human beings. But it is repeated again, Etadyeva aksharam param. Because the word param is used, translators make the previous one inferior. It is not inferior. Etadhyeva aksharam brahma. This is aksharam brahma, meaning what? Ishvara. In the translation and bracket, you will find Hiranyagarbha. The same thing. Okay? This is aksharam brahma, Ishvara. As I said, Auma forms of Ishvara. This is aksharam brahma. Etadhi eva aksharam param. This is the absolute Brahman also. Absolute Brahman meaning Nirgunam Brahman. Okay? Not superior, inferior. Please don't get into those traps of superior Brahman, inferior Brahman, etc. There is nothing superior or inferior in Brahman. Okay? Yeah. Therefore, this is both, he says, Ishvara and Brahman. It stands for both. We saw last time how it stands for both. Okay? The silence stands for Nirgunam Brahma. The uttered Om stands for Ishvara. Etadyeva aksharam nyatva. Those who know this aksharam Brahma, knows meaning in the sense of, one in the sense of knowing, one in the sense of contemplating on, worshipping. Because Omkara Upasana is there. Omkara Upasana is Ishvara Upasana, using Om as a Shabda. He says if you do that, or Param Brahma, knowing it. Remember one thing. Ishvara is a subject matter for Upasana. There is Saguna Upasana. Nirgunam Brahma is not a matter for Upasana. It's a matter for knowing and Nididhyasana. Nididhyasana means owning up the knowledge. So there is no Upasana on Nirgunam Brahma. People idiotically claim I am Nirguna Upasaka. They don't know what they are talking about. Upasana is defined as Saguna Brahma Vishaye Manasa Vyapara. All Upasanas, meditations are talked about as Saguna Brahma Vishaye Manasa Vyapara. With respect to Saguna Brahman, that is Ishvara, a mental activity. Manasa Puja, Japa, etc. All these become Upasanas or any other form of invocation, making it purely mental, not physical. If you make it physical, it becomes a puja or a hauma or something. Kayikam it becomes. Nirguna Brahman is meant for knowing. I have to recognize myself as Nirguna Brahman. At the most, it lends itself to Nididhyasana, owning up that knowledge. There is no Upasana with respect to Nirguna Brahman. Okay. Therefore, he says, Etat aksharam eva aksharam nyatva. If you do Saguna Upasana or you do Nirguna Jnanam, Yoyat ichhasi tasya tat. What you desire, you get, he says. Nirgunam Brahma, you gain moksha. If you are doing Saguna Upasana, all Upasana is done with a purpose in mind. What are you doing the Upasana for? Janmashtami, for example. What are you doing the Upasana for? Yeah, all of you did some Janmashtami puja, na? Kiya, na? What is your sankalpa? Some sankalpa you have to make. Don't ask for a teacher. He'll say, I sent you a lot of teachers. Pick and choose whom you want. Don't ask for jnanam. He'll say, go and learn. Yeah, barabar hai na. So think, okay. Why now Ganesh Chaturthi is coming in 2 weeks' time. Okay. Okay. Sunita Suresh has put up something for the Gurukulam to come up well and soon. Good sankalpa. Because that's very conducive to knowledge. Moksha, everything. Yeah. So you need to make a sankalpa which is appropriate. Any sankalpa is fine. Whatever you want. You don't have to tell me. Okay. It can be something completely private. Yeah. I need a partner in life. It's fine. I need another one. Fine. You pray to Ishvara. Whatever you want. But some sankalpa has to be there. Therefore, what you worship for, that you get, he says. What you ask for, that you get. Yeah, Saguna Brahman, that is Ishvara in the form of Krishna. That's how the Janmashtami puja is. Yeah, okay. Krishna is Ishvara, or Ishvara is invoked in the form of Krishna. That's how you can take it. Yeah. If you take it that way, it's very good. Yeah. Similarly, Ganesh Chaturthi, you take Ishvara in the form of Ganesha. Fine. Yeah. And you invoke what you want. You make a sankalpa in terms of what you need in your life. Okay. All right. Therefore, whatever you pray for, you get. But some of you have been praying and praying and praying, nothing is happening. Praying alone is not enough. What are you doing about it? For your prayers to be answered, you need to do some action so that that path opens up. Or the path is opened up, you have to walk the way. So either way, either you do initially, so that some progress you have made, then you pray for His grace. Or you pray for His grace, the path opens up, you do it, you initiate now your action. Without action, nothing is going to happen. Yeah.
Amiji, every time we need a sankalpa or what? Means for any puja.
Yeah, if it's a Nitya Puja, then even Nitya Puja and all, you do that. What are you praying for? You have to make it clear. Yeah.
Swamiji, in relation to the same Sankalpa question, what if you just, so I had this experience of just wanting to connect with Krishna as like, the baby Krishna. And it was just a feeling of desiring to have that sense of...
Yeah, so you will get some subjective experience. It will be subjective. It will be subjective because Krishna is not going to come around now.
No, not like that. It was just like I was offering puja just from the feeling of love. That's it.
That's it. That's easy to get.
Is a sankalpa needed in that?
Yeah, that's true. But you could ask for more, not just a feeling.
No, I wasn't asking for the feeling. I was feeling the feeling. So is it needed that I ask?
If you want anything in your life, ask. If you don't want anything in your life, say just for the grace of the Lord, so that everything goes smooth in my life. If you don't have any particular desire, God's grace will be with you. That's it.
Thank you, sir.
Parameshwara Preetyartham. That's it.
That's
Yeah. That way. Yeah. Okay. So that is simple, straightforward. Then etat alambanam sreshtam, etat alambanam param, etat alambanam nyatva brahmaloke mahiyate. Etat alambanam sreshtam. Alambanam is anything that help you. Worship, focus, etc. Therefore, he says this is the best of alambanams. Because there is no real form to distract you. It's just a sound. Therefore, this is the best alambanam. He says, etat alambanam param. Because it can be used for both Ishvara and Nirguna Brahman. Since it can be used for both, etat alambanam sreshtam, etat alambanam param. Okay. Etat alambanam nyatva brahmaloke mahiyate. This can be taken in two ways. Knowing this alambanam. Knowing meaning knowing the truth of it. Nirgunam Brahman. Brahmaloke mahiyate. Brahma eva lokaha brahmaloka. World is nothing but Brahman. Therefore, brahmaloke mahiyate. You revel in the Brahman that is there. The whole world is nothing but Brahman. We saw that in the camp, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahman, etc. We saw that. Therefore, brahmaloke mahiyate. That's one way. Or, if you are talking about Omkara is Ishvara Upasana. Ishvara Upasana using Omkara. Then literally Brahmaloke Mahiyate. The highest heaven, the seventh heaven, is called Brahmaloka. Okay. supposed to be the ultimate in terms of experiential happiness. So, in that loka you go after death. Okay? After death you go to that loka and have a great time. There will be a lot of other students like you who come. People who go to Brahmaloka would have had some exposure to Vedanta also. But you have to hang around for a long time. Until the end of the Kalpa. There Brahmaji, once Rudra takes over for resolution of the universe, Brahmaji has got some time. He is relaxed. Chalo. Sit, I will teach you. If you get it from Brahmaji, you have got it moksha. If you don't, marti loke vishanti next kalpa. Because next kalpa also there has to be jivas. No? Yeah, so you will come back next kalpa. Now, people who are tempted to go to Brahmaloka doing Omkara Upasana, forget it. In Kali Yuga, it's just next to impossible to do that much of Upasana. For people to do 4 hours of japa every day is not possible, isn't it? How many of you can do 4 hours of japa every day? Retired people here? 4 hours japa every day? नहीं होता है ना. This calls for much more. Okay. And after every 1 lakh chanting, you have to do a homa. If you are not going to do that homa, you have to do another 10,000 chanting extra. So like this it has to build up. Okay. Your whole life. And live a blemish-free life. No papa committed. In today's world, no papa committed. Impossible. So, in Kali Yuga, forget going to Brahmaloka. Okay? Yeah. Dwapara, etc. possible. In this Yuga, in this time, people go maximum up to Pitraloka. Or if you have died in battle, etc., Viragati, therefore Swarga, maximum. Honestly, very few people go more than that. Swarga is also difficult. Okay? Swarga is also difficult. Pitraloka, etc. possible. Sejadi not possible. Not in today's world, not in Kali Yuga. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So don't even try that, okay? Okay. Now, after this, he is unfolding the nature of the self, because that's what really Nachiketa has asked for. Remember? Anyatra dharman, anyatra dharman. All that he had asked for that. Therefore, he is unfolding that nature of the self. Those who have been studying with me for some time may find some of these verses familiar. Na jayate mriyate va vipaschan nayam kutaschan na babuva kvachan ajo nitya shashvatoyam puranaha na hanyate hanyamane sharire. Familiar? कभी सुना है? किधर? In the Gita.
Second chapter.
Yeah. I know. अभी गीता chanting किया ना? 2 days back. 2 days back you all chanted the Gita. Okay. So Krishna has shamelessly lifted the verses from here. Okay. But he has copyright. Because as Ishvara, he is the one who's revealed the Upanishad also. Okay. So he has the copyright for it. Okay. Yeah. Na jayate mriyate va vipaschat. Vipaschitaha. The one who knows the truth. Okay. The one who identifies with the fact, I am nothing but consciousness. Na jayate mriyate. He is not born, nor does it die. When? After I get the knowledge, I will be birthless, deathless. No. You are never born, you are never dying. Identified with the body and mind, you think of yourself as being born and dying. As consciousness, never have you born, never were you dead. It's important to understand this. Oh, after knowledge I gain moksha, I will not be born or dying. That is not the knowledge. That's what many people say it as. But never is a consciousness born, never does the consciousness die. You mistakenly think yourself as being born and being dying because you are identified with the body and mind. So the mind getting into a new body is called birth, leaving that body is called death, finished. And you identify with yourself with the mind and body. That's why you will say after moksha, when I gain moksha, when I gain the knowledge, there is no more birth and death. Arey, there never was birth and death. When is the consciousness born or when is the consciousness dying? Consciousness not under the field of time. Yeah. Consciousness is independent of time. Therefore, no birth, no death. At any time. Yeah. Just a notion that you have. But body dies. Body dies. Are you the body? If you are identified with the body, then you will say, I am dying. If you are not identified with the body is just a tool. It's an instrument. Like the car. Something happened to the car, you're okay, no? The car fell into a ditch, you're fine, isn't it? Yeah, I'm fine. Then what's the problem? ऐसा ही है. Yeah. But it's a brand new car. Okay. You bought a Mercedes 540L. Then one scratch on the car is like one scratch on yourself. Because identification is strong. So you'll drive, you can make a new car. Why? They'll drive so carefully. Until you get one or two scratches. After that chalta hai. It happens to all of us, don't worry. Yeah. Same thing with new clothes, new books, new this thing. Yeah. Because the identification. Yes, sheer identification. Okay. Nayam kutishan na bhabuva kusha. This is. Nor did you come into existence, nor did you go out of existence. Okay. There is no modification for you. All modifications are for the mithya world. Trikala abhaditam satyam. Remember what we saw in the camp? Trikala abhaditam satyam. That is Brahman, myself. Yad vyabhicharati, that keeps changing. He is mithya, the world, not me. It's only concepts about myself. Okay. Ajaha, nityaha. Now positive words. Ajaha. Positive. All presented negatively. Ajaha. Not born at any time. Why? Nityam. Desha kala aparichinnam. Not bound by time or space. Shashvatoyam. Okay. Shashvatoyam. Okay. Shashvata meaning always the same. No vyabhichara. The same way it is there. Puranaha, purapi navam. It was timeless even in the past. It is timeless now, timeless in the past. Meaning, time is, I consciousness is. Dismiss time, I consciousness still am. Time comes and goes in consciousness, I am not affected by it. Na hanyate hanyamane sharire. It is untouched even when the body is killed, he says. Yeah, body can be killed, it's very easy. In fact, you don't have to do anything. It will die on its own. That is true for anything, no? You born, is, you grow, you metamorphose. Then what? Then it's all decline only. Permanent decline. Yeah. The decline starts. Then Ram Nam Satya. That's it. Yeah. Time to dispose of the body. That is true. But Anyamane Sharire, I am untouched by it. I am the witness to the dying body. If you are objective enough, you can see that. How many have watched the movie Crouching Dragon, Hidden Tiger, or Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? What is the last scene there, remember? That hero who has been poisoned, who is dying, with what equanimity? Says, one breath left. One breath left. And his lady love says, don't waste it on me. Fix your mind on the pure consciousness. He says that. Fix your mind on the reality. Don't waste that breath on me. Because if you are objective enough, you can say that. My grandfather did that. In his last couple of days, he started breathing a bit heavily in the night. So they got Ganga Jal and all for him, because you're supposed to give Ganga Jal in the last thing. Idea is if you drink Ganga Jal, you will gain moksha. That's symbolic. So he told them, no, not yet. Not in the night. Afternoon I'm going to go. Bring it tomorrow. Yeah, so not yet time. I have 12 hours to go tomorrow. Exceptional people, okay. Now, because na hanyate hanyamane sharire. That is the thing. Na hanyate hanyamane sharire. Okay. Why all this talk about killing? Could have said not dying. Yamaraja hai Baba. Yamaraja hai. That's why appropriately Krishna quotes in the Gita, because battle awaits. Yeah, battle awaits. It's all appropriate. You know, the last 50, 100 years, our stupid ideas of non-violence has made ourselves important people, I'm telling you. You know, important. We don't have the guts to stand up to anything wrong happening. Yeah. Oh, no. No violence, no violence. Yeah. Some stupid notions that came into your mind because of a politician who was called a Mahatma. Yeah. Anyway. Hanta chen manyate hatam. Hataschain manyate hatam. Sorry. Hantaschain manyate hantuhu. Hataschain manyate hatam. Ubhautavna vijaniyat. Nayam hantina hanyate. Hanta chain manyate hantuhu. If the one who is killing says, I am the killer, hatas chain manyate hatam, and the guy who is dying, is being killed, injured, mortally injured, dying, he says, I am goner, hatam. Ubhautauna vijaniyat. Both of them don't know. Both of them don't know. What? Nayam hantina hanyate. The consciousness does not kill, nor can it be killed. In other words, it is not the subject or the object of any action. It's not the subject or an object of an action. Yeah, you are using the most ghora karma available. Killing. Okay. So, if you are neither the killer nor the killed, what are you talking about eater and eating? What about smaller things? You mention the most difficult ones. When that is understood, everything else is understood. That's the style in the Upanishads. So the most ghora karma available. What is that? Killing. It's not easy to kill. You think it's easy to kill? Those who think it is easy to kill, tomorrow go to the slaughterhouse where they breed chicken, etc. No. Only all those chickens are going to be killed. So when someone comes and asks for a chicken and they're going to kill it, say, no, no, I will kill it instead. Instead of you killing, I will kill. And tell me how it felt after that. I'm talking about a simple chicken, okay? Forget a human being. It's not easy. It's not easy. You think it is easy. Just because you see it in movies and all, you think it is easy. Yeah. First time you take a life, it changes you. And it changes you permanently. Tell me. Why? Because of the emotional thing involved in it. You're not the one who kills. Body and mind does this function. You are the pure consciousness. That means you need to be rooted in the knowledge that I am consciousness, free enough to be doing any ghora karma also. You are untouched by it. And you are receiving a ghora karma. Again you are untouched by it. I cannot be killed. Body will drop. It has to drop one day or the other. Who wants to grow old and useless? Yeah.
Swamiji,
Yeah. Yeah.
when you explained this same thing in second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, you said it is that Pratama Malla Nyaya.
It is Prathama Mallanya. Exactly. Mention the highest, then others are included. Mention the most difficult, others are included. Correct? Yeah. World champion boxer. You defeat the champion, you become the champion. No? You don't have to fight every human being on earth. Similarly, all the karmas need not be mentioned. The most problematic is mentioned. Yeah. Most problematic is killing. Yeah. And being killed. Again, the most problematic. Unless you are someone like Bhishma, who was both a warrior and a wise person. When Shikandini comes in front of him, he lowers his bow. And Arjuna shoots a few arrows. And the man says, Neme bhana Shikandinaha, Neme bhana Arjunasya, Naime bhanaha. These bhanas are not Shikandis. Why? Shikandis arrows bounce off my armor. Neme bhana, half these arrows. First name is na ime. Second name is half. The half these arrows are Arjuna's. Why? They pierce my armor and burn my flesh. And he's talking about it. Okay. What a sense of independence of the body. Okay. Arrows are entering you, piercing your organs, this, that, etc. And you are saying, hey, these are Arjuna's arrows. These are not Shikandi's arrows. I mean, what a man he was. Yeah. So if you are a wise person and a warrior, because a wise person who is not a warrior will not be able to take that pain so much. You know, that takes a little bit of physical conditioning. Okay. Unless your nishtha is that strong like Ramanas and everything, then it can be. Okay. Yeah. Like this. Kaligiri I knew from Kailas Ashram. Nobody knows his first name. He was black like a crow. And his sannyasa name, like how I have Saraswati, he had Giri. So they used to call him Kaligiri. So once he had some stomach cancer or something, I don't know what he had. Bleeding away, the doctors gave up hope. So, theek hai abhi. और कुछ दवाई दवाई कुछ नहीं. He sat in samadhi and went. If your nishtha is that strong, then fine. Yeah. Not otherwise. And that is what you aim for, to gain that rootedness in this knowledge. Okay? Gain the rootedness in this knowledge. Okay. Nayam hanti na hanyate. Because you are akarta abhokta. That's the idea. By saying hanyamana kriya, we are talking about you are not a karta. Karta is done by the body, mind, etc., not you, the consciousness. Similarly, bhokta is mind. Consciousness manifests in the mind and body, of course, through the body. Body is a counter for experiences. So, bhoga also happens at the level of the mind. Karma also happens at the level of the mind. In other words, ahankara. The notional self is karta bhokta. But the notion, it's only a notion. Ahankara is just a notion, a concept about yourself. What is behind the concept is you, the consciousness, akarta abhokta. You don't do a thing, you don't receive a thing. That means what? Don't do a thing free from all guilt. Commission and omission is not you. That sounds nice. No pain. Why? Because you are not a bhukta. Pain is because of what has been done to you. I am angry because all injustice has been done to me. You are not bhukta. Nothing has been done to you. It has to be all the way, okay? It has to be all the way. You are hurt. What is there to get hurt? Abhokta. It doesn't touch you. But he insulted me. Huh? Insulted you? Kya insulted? How can the consciousness be insulted? Yeah. How can the consciousness be insulted? Can you all hear me or see me? Or neither? Huh? You can't see?
I can see you, but frozen.
Frozen, Swami.
Okay, let me change over. Punjabication, there's just a lot of problems, just unable to connect. So we'll stop the class now. Next class we'll catch up. Yeah, just inform people. Yeah. Thank you. Take care. Yeah. Sorry, we'll have to stop here because there's a big problem with the internet connection. We will see more of this in the next class. Om Tat Sat.